Hey everybody, Ashindor here. So today we're going to be trying something a little bit weird. I am a little bit frustrated actually because I had one of the best games of Heroes I've had possibly ever, definitely in the last little while. And as I was wrapping up the video I was making of this game, very, very pleased with myself because we were playing ranked. I had managed to play my favorite hero in the entire game. We had played really well, and I realized I had forgotten to start recording, which made me so furious. So, rather than just give up, because it was a really good game, I'm going to try to do something that I've been thinking about doing for a little while, which is trying to go back through and use Heroes of the Storm's replay feature to do kind of a play-by-play analysis like I did a while back for a couple of Duelist games. So, instead of just trying to commentate as I play, what I want to do is actually take the time to go through a match, explain everything that's going on, and then hopefully illustrate some things in more detail that I'm not usually able to do while I'm playing because I'm so distracted with what's going on. So, with all that, I'm going to do our fancy scene change technology. Well, that didn't work well at all. That's fine, though. So, this is Heroes of the Storm's replay feature. Now, as you can see, everything is just sort of paused, nothing is happening. And in this match, which is Blackheart's Bay, as you can see, we are actually going to be the red team. The game doesn't automatically, when you're doing a replay, define you as the good guys. It's just blue on the left, red on the right. We're going to go ahead and click play and let things start going on.
Get ready for battle.
Alright. Now, I can actually pause things. I'm so pumped about this. So, looking at the teams real quick, on the blue side, these are our enemies. They have Tyrande and ETC as their support and warrior. They've got Falstad, ranged assassin, Zul'jin, ranged assassin, and then Asmodan to push with. Now, right off the bat, you can see that they've got a decent amount of crowd control between the two of them. They've got global abilities between Falstad and ETC, and then they've got a split pusher. So this is actually a pretty good team comp, I think. On our side, we have Diablo, and then Lucio, who you can't quite see there, as our main tank and then healer. We've got Kael'thas as a ranged assassin, Murky as our pusher, and then myself playing Artanis as a second warrior. And Artanis is probably my favorite hero, and he's played really more as a bruiser than as a true tank. So I'm going to go ahead and unpause. We'll see how things shake out. The cool thing about the replay feature that I really like is you can see what both teams are doing. You can move around the map and just keep an eye on everything. So, I'm periodically going to pause the match and talk for a little bit about things. But right now, we're going to go ahead and increase the speed so we can get out of this kind of boring initial phase. Diablo is going to be a little bit rude. Don't agree with his choice of language, do agree with his sentiment. We are going to move up here. Murky is going to go directly bot and get ready to push. The rest of us are going to go up here and, as is tradition, pointlessly fight over the vision tower. Now, you can see how Diablo went a little bit crazy. He ran in and almost immediately now is at half health, which is kind of crazy. I'm not entirely sure what to do about the camera here, but look how low he is. He went really aggressive here, and this could have gone very badly for us. Now, what I want you to keep an eye on here is Kael'thas. Kael'thas is our main source of damage with Murky down here, other than my ability to do some auto attacks, which is pretty cool. In theory, he's who they should blow up. In fact, I'm gonna focus on him. You see how he's completely untouched? They never make a play for Kael'thas during this whole fight. And because of that, we are able to get some damage off on these guys, and then I make a swap. Now, the way that Artanis works is his E, Phase Prism, allows him to throw out this cool little projectile thing, which, if it hits an enemy hero, like Asmodan, will swap places between Artanis and the thing that he hits. This does have the side effect of exposing you, so for example, if they were reactive enough, they could have tried to collapse on me here. But usually, if you're able to time it and position it right, this is what happens when you dash back in. Now, Asmodan is going to kind of have to fall back here. Forget if we actually manage to blow him up or not. But look how much damage Kael'thas is doing. This is, I think, the first time they actually hit him. And so, even though Diablo... Okay, yeah, this is the moment I wanted to talk about. You see that swap there where I dashed in using Artanis' Q and then threw out my swap? This drops Tyrande right in the middle of our team. ETC is falling back. Zueljin is the only one available to come up and help her, and he's really low. So, I come in, Kael'thas drops the damage, stuns her, we clear her out, ETC comes in, he's healed up, and Lucio is really low, but we are able to turn it around, blow up Falstad, and then at this point, ETC decides not to try to continue on, and we just walk away. So we ended up out of that whole, like, really bad, hang on, I'm trying to figure out, there we go. Out of that whole kind of horrible match that started off with Diablo getting, like, really, really deflow, we were able to turn it around and take 2 people because they didn't fight Kael'thas effectively. Another swap. We're going to go in here. ETC is going to be able to kind of close, and you can see that crowd control coming out from them, but they don't have any damage to follow it up with. We, on the other hand, when Diablo gets that pick, can close in, and I can just nuke people down. Now, down here, Azmodan is split pushing fairly effectively. But, you can see that Murky got some coins, we're back up here, we killed ETC. A lot's going on here, and this is sort of like the start of a long chain of events where we just wreck people in fights pretty consistently. Yeah. So I'm going to be clearing this. Kael'thas continues to push. These guys are going to come up here and try to get me. I make the mistake of leaving this coin behind, but I was really nervous. So they're able to get some damage off on me, but because Tyrande missed her stun, they can't follow up and actually do anything. I really need the camera to stop being like horrible, but that's fine. Meanwhile, we're down here clearing this. We're just gonna follow me for a little bit, because obviously I'm the most exciting person. Again, they're not ever really able to follow up. Kael is like pretty on point with his gravity laps. I thought about, I think, trying to do a swap there, and it just didn't make sense. Alright, now here we're in kind of a bad spot until Diablo comes up and rejoins us. Now we're able to kind of close back in, the turret gives us a little help, and we blow up 2 people in quick succession. Now, we've got, at this point, all of the coins. We have all the coins in the world. Azmodan has been doing a pretty good job this whole time of split pushing. You can see how he's gotten down the wall and one of the towers. Murky has been doing more coin collection, so he hasn't pushed quite as far in bot lane. I'm going to come down here and start trying to actually like do some damage. I swap just to like kind of mess him up a bit. And then Lucio comes down here. I don't think we're going to be able to kill him. I sort of forget how this is working. And actually Lucio ends up just standing there taking like tons of damage for no reason. But we are able to kind of break his push and get a lot of damage off on him. Meanwhile, up top, there's sort of a stalemate. We've been able to keep him off. And we've been firing our cannons this whole time. We're going to rotate mid here and help hold off ETC, even though he's moving top already. And they got 4 here, so this is kind of a dangerous spot. Lucio is pretty low. But we've now got 4 ourselves. We're able to again get the stun off there on ETC. And they like group up horribly there for Kael'thas' living bomb. I forget. Do I get him here? No, not quite, unfortunately. So, here we are kind of hanging out. Again, Azmodan constantly pushing. He is really the only member of the enemy team that accomplishes a whole lot, but because he is off on his own, I think that in the long run actually weakens them pretty considerably. Because we're able to collect way more coins over the course of this match. You can see how both Lucio downstairs and then Diablo up here are doing a good job of collecting coins. Zueljin tries to kind of harass, but with Lucio coming up, Diablo is in no problem there. I'm gonna come over here and just like kind of punch people for a bit. Look at the levels here. We're almost to level 10. They're still not quite to 8. I back off here because I don't want to die because they have kind of numerical superiority here. But again, Kael'thas outputting the damage, and they consistently fail to focus Kael. And I think ultimately that's probably what wins us, well, really what loses them the game more so. They never apply pressure on the part of our team that really, really needs to be heavily pressured. Meanwhile, down here we're getting yet another ship, and the Diablo Lucio train is still so strong. And here comes Artanis. I'm going to drop Suppression Pulse, come in here. With them blinded, we are going... I missed the swap, I forgot about that. But, we do lose Lucio, we take ETC. Diablo, I think, yeah, Diablo goes down, which is unfortunate, and we lose the coins. This is, I think, the only fight that their team really comes up, like, good on. Here comes Kael. I die here, which is very sad. But Kael'thas comes in, Phoenix, boot, like, damage spells, and just nukes everyone. I'm really worried he's going to wander in here and die. Like, if Falstad had turned around there, he probably would have died. Diablo is back up because of his trait, which is awesome. Kind of a skirmish going on down here. I'm back up, which is lovely. Now, they're just sort of like skirmishing around this Merc camp. Diablo decides to go in. They only have 3 down here. We have 4. Because their other 2 have not come around. And they're 10, yes, but we also are 10. Well, we're 11 today. I'm here for the full team fight. I drop the Suppression Pulse. Gust knocks us away, but we take the Mercenary camp here. And then Diablo drops Apocalypse beautifully. And so, with all this happening, he pops Tasdingo. I make a mistake here, actually. You can see how low these guys are. Tasdingo pops, and, like, while he's doing that, Artanis has no way to interrupt it. But you can see here how I get tunnel visioned on Zul'jin because he's at no life and very close by. I should have kept on chasing over this way and left him to finish off Zul'jin because there's nothing I can do there crowd control or damage-wise that will interrupt Tasdingo. But that means that these guys were able to get away. ETC manages to get his fountain. But I am able to dash in, swap with Tyrande, and burst her down very quickly. And then I'm going to take out Falstad. Meanwhile, my team is wiping down the fort and everything. We're going to return, help clean this up. Kael, meanwhile, is back and is back up to full speed, which is very nice. Now you can see we have all 3 forts up. Even this one is still like limping along. They are down all 3 forts. I get another swap on the Zul'jin, and his Tasdingo, I believe, is still not up. Yeah, it's 40 seconds to go, so he has no means of dodging that kill. It's another swap. He gets caught by Kael'thas' gravity lapse, and then Phoenix is going to drop to blow up this whole area. Gust is dropped pointlessly. I think that was a misplay from Falstad because just gusting there didn't really do anything. They just knocked us away and then we just walked right back. We continue to apply consistent damage to all of their squishies. Zul'jin has had time to come back up. Shield, it keeps us alive, and then we drop, you know, the Suppression Pulse. I think Diablo dies here, but I think I died here too. Yeah, unfortunate. That was a misplay on my part. I think what I was trying to do there was dash in and try to drive them back so Diablo could get out. In retrospect, that was not the correct choice. He was clearly too low. I think in the moment I was like, I'll try to force their DPS away. But overall, we are able to do a little bit of damage to keep and break the wall down, which is nice. You know, you see what Murky's doing? He's just running around. He's just picking up coins. He's clearing camps, and he's getting us... If I recall correctly, every ghost ship in this game is us. while we were having that fight, the chest spawned, so we're gonna get even more coins. Oh, this game was so good. Now, we're a little bit vulnerable here because neither of our warriors are up. Diablo just popped and the Knight come up. But because they're having to defend down here at the keep, they weren't able to come up and pressure the rest of our team. They, I think, take this Merc camp, but at this point it almost doesn't matter. I love Kael'thas so much. Oh my goodness. Our Kael this game was really good.
Well then, who's got the coin
Murky is continuing to push bot. And you'll notice that all 5 members of their team are up here. They can't really react, even though they do have some global abilities. In fact, does ETC... ETC took Mosh Pit, that's right. So ETC can't stage dive around the map. Swap on Falstad, he dips out, but he loses like a third of his health, almost half of his health. Lucio needs to go turning coins, he's got like a ton of them. Oh, Falstad just barely gets clipped. Diablo comes in. Ah, I barely miss a swap. If I'd angled slightly down, I think I could have caught the Zul'jin. Again, Murky. Going bot, gonna keep up the pressure. Love it. See, we have a 3-level lead and also a counter advantage, which means even though they had, you know, I think the same number of people, they were in really bad shape. Falstad comes in here for what I can only assume is like, I don't know, hope, I guess. Oh, he's trying to nail the Lucio. Unfortunately, chasing Lucio is kind of a fool's errand if you don't have some sort of hard crowd control. Meanwhile, Diablo comes over here. I think Asmodan actually gets away here, which is unfortunate. I'm going to abandon that track and come out here after Tyrande. Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot about this. Now, I was able to dash, swap. This time I make the correct choice and ignore Zul'jin. Instead I come down here, try and harass the Tyrande, dash down. ETC, meanwhile, has been accomplishing, like, nothing. But, with that done, we are able to just walk out, having killed 3 of their heroes, picked up a crap load of coins. Meanwhile, Murky's wave down here has broken the keep. And he's over here turning in coins. I think I played pretty well this match. I gotta give a lot of credit to both Kael'thas and... You know what? Actually, everybody. Everybody on our team this game was really good. Which, you know, when it happens is so nice.
You think you can open both chests, you landlubbers?
Yeah, Murky has been putting in work. They're basically just defending right now, trying to keep this second keep from going down. We take another boat. I'm down here collecting the coins from this chest. Falstad's trying to break this wave. But we are so far ahead. We've got a 3-level advantage. We have a 2-keep advantage. They have not knocked down a single one of our forts yet. It would take a lot for us to throw at this point. Knock on wood. Also, 6 kills to 19. And at least a couple of those are like me just being an idiot, so... When you factor in real deaths... Okay, this one's slightly questionable in my mind. But I love it. Ordinarily, Kael'thas trying to ambush Falstad is just kind of like, what? But... worked out well. Now, they're trying to boss here, but they're not going to be able to get it because we are down here. Me and Kael were like, screw it, you want a boss? Go ahead. ETC warps back to try to defend. And we just back away, having successfully distracted them. So again, they're going to have to stay back, defend, push the wave. We're going to continue turning in coins.
Core be under attack.
I've forgotten at this point that I have 8 coins, and Murky has to remind me. Because at some point during the skirmishing, I got the 5 from the chest and 3 from killing somebody, and I just forgot completely. I was like, I don't have coins. Why would I have coins? Murky's the one with coins. Except here's the thing, Diablo's gonna frickin' cheat me here, and I'm like, well, that was pointless.
We're on, boys!
That's okay. Lucio, meanwhile, just doing stuff. Now, I get the swap right there. Apocalypse comes down and stuns your Jim through most of his Tazgingo. That was beautiful. Now with that done, we are pretty much good. They almost get Kael'thas there. I get the swap on Tyrande, and between me and Diablo, blow her up almost instantly. We are still all 5 up. They do get Kael'thas there, because he was playing pretty aggressively, like he was way too far forward. But with Murky up here pushing, we have 3 of their team down, and we're at the head of a wave. I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to murder people. We get the gust, but it's not at a point where it really matters. And with the core that low, we just walk in and finish it. So, that was the game that I enjoyed so very, very, very much. MVP for me, which I loved. I loved that 10 and 2, like, oh, this just went so well. And, yeah, alright, so Tyrande was fine, I think, but these guys, oh man, if I could upvote Kael and Murky even more, I would. So, that was the truly amazing Artanis ranked game, and hopefully that was at least a decent sort of explanation of what was going on. Let me know if you kind of like this format. I know it was a little difficult to follow what was going on because I don't have the camera controls here quite down yet. It was a little bit weird where it kept trying to reroute the camera. But if this sort of thing is interesting, if you'd like to see more, like, I think I can even like slow down the speed a little bit and like do some in-depth analysis of stuff. So if this sort of thing seems interesting, let me know in the comments, and I will try to do more of it or not, depending on how people are feeling. So until next time, thank you guys very much for watching, and may your games go as well as this one.